I watch angels fall from the sky, and every night that the sun still sets, I pray they don't take mine. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, Definity, Devve, daCat, FIAS update video. We're going to do a little bit of candy as well, because I did have a conversation this morning with Tad Smith, and he's a great guy, and we'll get into it. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, especially the super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. Crypto fear and greed index is back at 11. It was raised up a little bit because it seemed like the war wasn't going to be too bad, and Trump had mentioned that they have a hard date on April 9th. That seems to be when they want to be out of it. Also seems to be when they want to control the Strait of Hormuz. They said that they have talked to Iran about a deal, and the Ayatollah of Iran said, no, the heck we didn't. So markets are really not liking that. So that's why the fear and greed index is that. That being said, $71,000 Bitcoin. It went down to like 66.9, 65.9, something like that yesterday. Back up to 71 today. What do we need to close at? There's a buddy of mine that messaged me before saying we need to close today above 71,150. Then the upside to that is about 74, 75K. But if we close below that today, he's going to short it. And as of right now, us being at 71. Oh, what's ETH? ETH's at 2154. Not bad. And Bitcoin's just at 71. So do we get an extra? Oh, he said above 71,150. We're pretty freaking close. And, you know, it's 4 hours left. So we'll see. Omar loves OMI. 123. How's it going, brother? Hope you're doing well. Do you trade or do you just buy and hold? I'm kind of just a buy and hold guy. Like these avatar Aangs that I've been stacking. And listen, I kicked out of the top 5 again. Saloni has 71 Aangs. Berryman, 67 Aangs. Vicente, 62 Aangs. Standoff Chart, 51. And Mr. Rolex with 49. Now I have 45. So I'm pretty close. But it's like every time I get back into the top 5 of avatar Aangs, the whales are just like, nah, you're not, you can't play with us. I feel like Regina George, and it's Wednesday and I'm not wearing pink, and they're like, you can't sit with us. And you know, yeah. Now I could stack a little bit more down here at 142,000 OMI for Aang, which is $15.62. You'd have to pay around 16 something for that with the fees, which is fine. Not a huge deal. But I don't want to buy a ton, because obviously if I do, I have to replace the OMI. And it's pretty cheap. I mean, it's very cheap down here. It's 000112. Could always go cheaper. I mean, again, we've been chopping sideways and down for, I mean, years at this point. But when you think it can't go lower, it often does. Omar says, Aang's a great collectible and a good amount of crafts to other elements. Yeah, I'm not concerned. I'm just curious on where. Obviously, this one's Katara. They better give us Sokka, because you're getting Katara. You see her there. And then you see, okay, cool, water element. Katara teaches them how to waterbend, mostly, in the beginning. And then you see Toph. Okay, cool. Love Toph. Gonna spend a boat. Again, I barely even like Aang. And I'm close to the top. I'm like number 6 in the top holders. Toph, I'm gonna go crazy on. Imagining we get her middle of the year, later in the year, and then you get earthbending Aang. Obviously, you're gonna get Zuko for firebending because he's his teacher, and then you're gonna get Appa. It's kind of like it's very similar, I feel like, to the diorama for Jean Grey, which, by the way, Jean Grey is coming out on the 28th, I believe. It's gonna be one of the Phoenix 5 there, and there's a $5,000 bounty on Jean Grey. Link down below. You sign up and you try for that $5,000 bounty. Probably not going to get it, but mint number 1963. That's insane. They had a comics and crypto. Am I going to go live for that drop? I don't know. I mean, she's a beast. All right, where am they made a post about her before they posted up that $5,000 bounty. I mean, I'm pretty sure they did. They talked about Chad. Okay. They say that Jean Grey is consistently ranked among the top 5 most popular X-Men of all time and is one of the most important characters in Marvel history. Debuting in X-Men number 1, released in 1963, she later became the legendary Phoenix, starring the iconic Dark Phoenix saga, one of the greatest comic arcs ever written. You want to get her again, link down below. What's up, Zombie? How's it going, fam? Yeah, I think I have 1 or 2 of those comics. They're like $14. All right, I don't have any of those. Oh, Wes is selling a bunch of his. Maybe I have the X-Men number 1 uncommon. Oh, I think it's the rares I have, because I don't have any uncommon. And the uncommon you can't get. They're not available. So the X-Men number 1 rare. I think I have a couple of those. I do. I have 3. Oh, and you can get another one for $23. Like, there's only 1,000 of these, and I don't know how many are locked up in accounts where, you know, I have no idea. And be advised, like, X-Men number 1 is Jean Grey's first appearance, but it's also first appearance of Cyclops, Beast, Angel, Iceman, Professor X, Magneto. So it's a bunch of first appearances. Obviously, Jean Grey's in there as well. Fuck it. Gonna get it. Purchase registration on VeVe. Settlement registered on VeVe. Please wait. Please wait. Hopefully this transaction goes through, because again, it is the transaction completed. I now have 4 of those. Huzzah. That's very good. It's weird that you could be in the top 5 holders of X-Men number 1 rare and have 7 of them. I only have 4, so I don't have a lot. But that again, this is a very good comic. X-Men number 1 is a S tier comic rated by Sleepin. Go to VeVeRank.com, and then you could rate the comics by tier. And X-Men number 1. 10,000 editions. It is an S tier comic. Be advised that just because it's the last one doesn't mean that it's the worst. They just go in ABC order. So it says Uncanny X-Men. The ones that I think are worth a bit less than that might be Avengers number 1. Giant Size X-Men number 1. This is interesting to read into because it is worth more, but there's 2,500 less mints in them. So that may be a reason why. Anyway, let me go. So 23 was not that bad to get it at. The X-Men number 1. I don't have any ultra rare, but I'm going to see. $55 is a lot. You know, it's a lot. The X-Men number 1 secret rare. It's $1,300. God damn. That's actually okay. Hold on. Let me do some quick something here. Comic, Devve, daCat. All right. X-Men number 1. I don't think that that's a good price for it, because I've seen these sell before, like recently for like 800. Yeah, in January they were 1,000. But I think these even sold before then. So yeah, I've seen these sell for 1,000. I think there was actually a time where you could buy one for like $700 something, if I'm not mistaken, for the secret rare. And I'm not saying that it's not worth it at $1,300. It's a lot, and I think I've seen it before at like 700 something. The one at 1,300 would be like Hulk #1, and Tales of Suspense #39. Oh, and in Journey into Mystery 83. Those ones I've seen at over 1,000 like consistently. And I don't have any great mints for this one either. The one that I just bought for the rare was number 9835. Anyway, getting back to Avatar Aang, I'm going to try to get once again get into the top 5 holders tomorrow, but people keep they keep expired. Okay, that's great. VeVe. Okay, there's sweepstakes challenge I'll get to later. Planet Vampire, give me those party. Woo, what up? Pink Panther thing, Randy, what's going on with Devve? Any info? There's always info. Might be best to just shoot me a message, but I'll go over it here. Let's take a look at what they're doing today. Down about 2.5% to about a $2.4 million market cap, very low. I did do a big thing on this yesterday, and yeah, I've been in the top 5 for Aang like multiple times, but now in order to get in the top 5 for Aang, you need to have 50 of this freaking guy. So, you know, the whales just keep, bro, they're like impossible to keep up with. I mean, it's possible, but like, I don't want to blow my whole load on Aang. You know what I mean? Could have said that a little better, but you know what I mean. Let me see if I have something from Tom from yesterday that I was going to read. Tom yesterday said there was one response that has been bugging me. I deleted it because it was rude. Called me a piece of shit for making things seem tougher than they were. In general, one frustrated person who is simply venting isn't meaningful. But there is an aspect of this that I want to address. When I respond to a message from a troll or a futter, etc., I'm not really writing them directly, but I'm writing to others who might be thinking similar things, which is the point of this message. First, it's important people realize the software world has changed dramatically. If you're not eating, sleeping, and breathing it as I am, then it's hard to fully grasp how different things are in creating software. There's a part of me that doesn't want to give updates on DevX or even let people know that we're creating things from scratch, as the speed admittedly makes it seem like less than it is. I'm disclosing the progress as we make it, though, as I'm confident in the power of what we're building with the new DevX architecture. If I wasn't, then I would simply be silent and see how it goes instead. Here's the thing. It is going as quick as it is because I know exactly what I'm building. When you give AI an extremely precise product specification and it doesn't have to guess things, it can move even more quickly than the already high-speed innate and AI development. Second, the speed of what I'm building doesn't take away from the real underlying value. To be sure, there's still a lot to do. Getting to a polished, robust, and secure release, even with AI, takes time. The reason it's going so fast is that I have years of experience and insights as to exactly what we want to build. I know the consensus algorithm inside and out. I designed it originally. I know the unique architecture that brings value to what we're doing with strategy that no one else is using. Our sharding is unique. So is fraud, theft, loss protection, CTS, our lending approach, our exchange approach, our bailment approach. We're implementing things that others haven't. Could someone come in and use AI, as I am, to develop the same solution? I don't think so. I don't think they would know the heart of what makes our system tick, what makes it unique, and the specific of trade-offs and design considerations that have been hard fought. I think someone else doing it would not truly understand how to make it work. I also think there isn't anyone who will have the inclination to do so. We do things different than other blockchains. Others would simply copy our strategies that are more proven, but which still have the big problems we solve. If what I feel is unique and valuable about DevX approach is correct, then people won't want to copy what we do until we ourselves have proven it a good strategy, and I deeply believe it is. And by then, we'll have established ourselves and we'll have other moats beyond just the cost of software development. Finally, there's a bit of logic. I think people who are skeptical of what I'm describing in terms of progress should ask, what would I have to gain by not being straightforward at this point? There's not enough liquidity and volume for me to exit any token sales. Not to mention I haven't sold before when I could, when there was volume and at higher prices. Also, the Forever Association was in charge of the tokens. I could have simply walked away and let the blame around the token fall primarily on them. The reality is that many early stage projects fail, including those done by people working in good faith. And sometimes, even if you wanted something to work out, you hit a point where it's time to move on and do your next thing. So why would I continue now? You have to ask yourself, why would I be working this hard, constantly giving feedback in Telegram, planning and building new platforms and comm strategies? There's only one logical explanation to my actions. It's that I fully believe in what we're building, and I still think it's going to be successful. Really long-winded to say that the token price is not reflective of the health of the company. There's a lot of people wanting to get in on that. And what I mean by additional funding here, they want to get in. Yeah, you could buy the token at this price. And I mean, I put in at a lot higher. Tokens are worth next to nothing now. But working on a way to try to get, well, I don't know if you can really get Devve funds anymore. I did go and give him 25K for shares in the FIAS company. FIAS and Devve, they are working synergistically together. What happens to one affects the other. So this is one of those things where if you're not happy with the state of the token, go invest in the company. It is kind of big boy stuff. So it's a decent check you need to write, but let me know. And we'll see if we can get those for you. Booth says, yeah. So again, I've been an Aang top 5 holder before. But again, now you need 50 to be in the top 5, and I just don't have it. I'm 40. I got 46 now. And it was so nice buying these at like $13, $14, and now it's like $16. It's like and it's not a huge deal, right? It's not a big deal. I can still do it. I'll still get some. But they're whales. They have unlimited money, and they just pass me. I mean, even Rolex at 49, like he's had 49 for a while. I feel like, and someone's going to let him know, I need to get 4 more in order to pass Rolex. I guarantee you somebody says, hey, yo, Rolex, Chavez just passed you. And then he goes in and buys like 20 more and is like, fuck. Because that's what he does. I remember one day I just poked fun at him on X. I was like, hey, Rolly, I have more sub 100 Marvel mints than you do. Literally 3 minutes later, hey, I just bought like another 12. Like, bro, how did you even do that? So, yeah, Rolly likes to, he likes to do things that look really awesome, but sometimes make me feel bad. But I love him though. He's so cool. I actually called him the other day and he didn't answer. He didn't get back to me. Japan's inflation just dropped to 1.3%, below the expectation of 1.5%, the lowest level since March of 2022. Bullish AF over there. Bullish AF. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. Blow your load. Yeah, I know. But you said the thesis of the Devve hasn't changed. It hasn't. I haven't said anything to contradict that. Did Canton Network get the NASDAQ partnership? Canton might have a NASDAQ partnership. I don't know what specific type of partnership you were referring to. NASDAQ's come out with a lot of different partnerships recently. I think one was with Kraken. One may or may not have been with Canton. But I don't know, like they're all for different things. So I don't know what specific type of partnership you mean. Let me know and I can try to go deeper in that for you. So don't get caught up in top 5 holders, just do it for the ROI. Like, this is why VeVe is going to be so great. I mean, it already is, but you know what I mean. Let's take a look at something here. Let's go to the leaderboards on Stacker. And first off, the OMI leaderboard. How do you see the OMI leaderboard? Okay, Gold Quest. Oh my God, Gold Quest is #1 on the leaderboard for the weekly. I mean, it's 5 days left. He's a beast. Now me, I'm number 18. I'm not gonna make anything off that. The month though, the month I'm number 28. God, how do I, Jesus. I guess I'm not. Oh, all right, whatever. But yeah, Gold Quest #1 on the month too. He's a beast, that dude. Anyway, if you view your ranking on VeVe, and you get to see, oh, hey, what number are you? Like, what number wallet are you? Number 185. Not bad. There used to be a thing that I think Noldor Live used to put out, if I'm not mistaken. It was like the top 300 wallets, I think. You know, number 185 is not horrible, and I'm still on the top 300 but to get in like the top 10, you can't. You need 17,000. You need almost 18,000 items to get into the top 10. That's insane. Damn, Phil Nice, number 18. Bro, he's got 13,000. Oh my God. Mr. MC1 and Enough, number 2122. Enough actually beaten out Mr. MC1. Mr. MC1's got almost 12,000 items. That is badonkadonks. Bananas. What do you need to get to be in the top 100? It's got to be like 5,000. Hey, Clever Jerks, number 72, 59.96. Oh, how much money does Vicente have? You need 4,784 items to be in the top 100. That is insane. But again, like, it's fun to be on here. It's fun to really, like, hop up. Let's see where I'm at. Oh, Mark Quinn's number 179, 35.82. Bill Gardner's number 180. So I actually have the same amount as VeVe Vegas. VeVe Vegas is number 184 and 183. I have the exact same amount. I don't know why I'm number 183, but I have 3,530 collectibles. What does Bill Gardner have? Oh, he's got probably like so much more. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Oh, Gold Quest number 162. Not bad. But yeah, it's like the fact that you get all of these, like, it's a flex to go. I know it's a flex to be in the top 10, top 20, even top 100. I don't think I'll ever get to the top 100. But 185 is not bad. But that's the thing, like, you want to be, it's one thing to be like, I think I'm the top holder of, so I am not the top, despite having 266 copies of Strange Tales 110s, first appearance of Doctor Strange. I'm actually number 2. Guy named Wiz Polo's got 333 of them. Okay, you know what? That's and it's a really good comic, but that's been asked. I think Vengeance number 1, first appearance of America Chavez. Oh, I'm number 2. Who the fudge is Sabmaldon? First appearance America Chavez, name Chavez, so I have to be like a top holder. But yeah, that's not number 1. I might have to fix that at some point. Strange Tales 111. Honestly, I don't even like this comic that much, and I'm number 4 holder. But it's a B tier comic. It's cheap. A lot of times I was getting this for like 80 cents. It's 98 cents now. Too expensive for my blood. I thought I was gonna have something with Kamala Khan first all new Marvel Now .1 first appearance Kamala Khan, because I got 97 issues, but you need to have 405 to be in the top 5. That is, oh my, I'm never getting there. That is insane. Phil Nice has 936 of our, like, what the fudge? That is bananas. So yeah, I'm not gonna get that. Yeah, there's a lot of these. And honestly, that's like the only other thing that I'm top in is Alligator Loki's. Alligator Loki's, I think I'm number 1 in. But like, what does it mean to be number 1 in Alligator Loki's? Nobody really cares about that. Lady Deadpool. Oh, I'm number 5. I figure with 78 of those freaking things. I would be okay. All right. I'm not gonna lie. This is humbling me very, very in a not fun way. I mean, it's still fun, right? But anyway, you're just I tolerate Aang. If Aang was a real person, we'd be chill. We wouldn't be good friends. But yeah, we'd be chill. I'd protect him like he was one of my own. But yeah, like I don't even like him, and I'm still trying to get into the top 5. Top though. If like yay on live, but I'll be done in 90 minutes. Okay, very good. You're saying the dollar amount is a better flex than the title. Saying I have 100K is better than saying I have X amount of Aangs. Just me think about which would impress a woman. Well, you're not. Oh, God. Well, I guess I have two things to say about this. Most women, if you tell them you have thousands of digital collectibles, they're not going to be impressed. How you impress women generally is being successful, being in shape / good looking, and being different in a generally positive way. Having fans, having something around you, have some type of higher status. Digital collectibles, for the most part, are not going to do that. Now, part of the reason why I've had a lot of luck in that area is because, again, I'm older, I'm fatter, and I have much less hair than I did when I was 29. Why is it easier to get women now? Because I had money at 29. Like the money, I mean, I have more now, but mostly because of YouTube, because like the outward success of like having a lot of followers. I know that shouldn't matter. It shouldn't. You should be like, oh, if you vibe with someone and they're really cool and you want to love each other, great. But you got to have something different just to get your foot in the door with a lot of girls. And if you're fairly average like me, like average looking, sometimes they get duded up nice. Sometimes, showing the I mean, driving a nice car automatically, makes you like at least a 6.5, 7. But then, get strong, get big arms. I'm not going to say not to be. You should be kind. Should be generous, but not just don't be a simp. Honestly, a nice car. A nice car is probably half the battle. Dressing well, wearing stuff that shapes your body, and again, get fit, get in shape. It is so much easier to get women to at least hold a conversation if you're in shape, because they know at least you're dedicated to something. They know at least you can do a push-up or a pull. Like, I mean, women are mean. Like, and this isn't for all women. I'm generalizing here. If you're not like at least a 7, you're not a person to a woman. Like you're just not. Like they'll friend zone the fudge out of you, and they'll use you for like free meals and stuff. But unless you're a 7, minimum, probably 8, like you're just not a person to a woman. Again, Pokemon cards was never sexy. Like even when I was flipping these things and making oodles of cash, that's not what like got. I remember being at a wedding, and it was at my friend Mike's wedding. This was 2021, I think. Yeah. I had just no, I still had my trophy Kangaskhan, so it was either late 2020 or early 2021, and I had gotten my friend Mike something off like the registry, whatever. But I'm in the wedding party, and I meet this girl. I forget her name. Now my girlfriend at the time was not in the wedding party, so I wasn't with so she was out somewhere else. So I was gonna go meet back up with her in a minute. But the wedding party had to be here for something. I'm somehow with this girl. Let's call her Nicole. I don't actually remember her name. And she's like, I was like, oh, hey, I'm Randy. How's it going? It's like, oh, hey, I'm Nicole. And again, not she wasn't being like a bitch or anything. She was like, yeah, I'm Nicole. Me and my boyfriend are here because Michelle invited us. Michelle, do you know Mike? I was like, oh, I know Mike. Didn't tell her I had a girlfriend. I didn't purposely leave that out. I was just processing her saying like me and my boyfriend are here. Like that was the first thing out of her mouth, which again is fine. Like she probably just wanted to ward off, like crazy the weirdo. I was like, oh, boyfriend, and she didn't say it in a bitchy way. She was just like, yeah, me and my boyfriend are here, for Michelle. And then she was very nice. So then Mike comes over and he says something about, I asked him like, hey, I know I got something off the register, but like, what do you want? And it's like, that Pokemon card you have is like the $250,000 one? No. And then she's like, wait, so which one are you again? and I was like, this buzz in the moment. I was like, the rich one. I shouldn't have said that, but I did. And then she's like, oh. And she said something about like, do you want to dance later or are you single? I think she said like, are you single? Because I didn't mention I had a girlfriend yet. So she's like, are you single? And I was like, oh, before I even answered that, I had a girlfriend. Like, don't you have a boyfriend? And she's like, oh, well, yeah, but and I was like, oh my God. So I was like, all right, I need to excuse myself from this situation here. I didn't say that, but I was just like, oh yeah, I was gonna get a drink. Success makes it so that, but I don't know, it's a conversation start. Like I'd start a conversation with anyone. And honestly, like when I was 19, I had stripped. And well, I'd started as a doorman and I got very comfortable talking to very beautiful women. Now I got really lucky when I was super young because I happened to like this girl that did not know she was hot yet. She just beautiful, like 10 out of 10. And she happened to like me. Maybe because because I wasn't really like super fit at the time. So scrawny, but her parents didn't like me. And that was it. That's all it had to be. If her parents don't like you, suddenly you gain 2 points in the hotness scale. But and with your hot girls have hot friends. So when hot girls have hot friends, I'll just leave it at that. And because I was, boxing, I had some pretty in shape friends as well. Her friend Emma started dating my friend Rocky. They dated for years before they got married. They dated for like 15 years before they got married. 12, 15, I don't know, whatever. So I was comfortable with talking with very pretty girls, but yeah, at 19, talking to these like women, smoke shows, go to strip clubs, learn how to talk to girls, learn just getting comfortable, like get the marbles out of your mouth. Be like, hey, how's it going? Like, I'm Booth. How are you? This really famous guy, Randy Chavez, world's most famous Peruvian. We're friends, we're bros. I gotta get more Aangs. I don't know, like Aangs are also a conversation starter too. Cause like who didn't, Booth, think about this. I know I'm a little older than you, but who our age didn't watch Avatar? This was before like the big anime revolution where in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, like you're looking at like Attack on Titan. Like everyone was watching Attack on Titan. When did that even come out? I feel like that came out 2010s. Attack on Titan anime come out? Oh, it's 2013. Okay. When did I think Fairy Tail was the late 2000s? That was 2006. So obviously the big ones before then, DBZ, Sailor Moon, Naruto, and there was a couple others, but you know that those were like the big ones. When did Death Note come out? Death Note 2006 as well. Okay, so but around this time in the mid 2000s, the only people that were watching Death Note and Fairy Tail were just kind of nerds, like me. I had the boxing behind it though, so I wasn't full nerd. Still kind of full nerd. And Pokemon was still out. I don't know. Oh, maybe at that time. When did Diamond and Pearl come out? Pearl English anime come out 2007. On the road far from home. That's when Pokemon started getting good again, because I hated Max and May. Well, Max just sucked. He was just a little kid. May was she was no Misty. No one's Misty. Anyway, long story short, anime didn't start becoming like cool, and when I say cool, just more accepted. Like, you ever see that Modern Family episode where season 5, Luke wants to go to a party and Manny's like, no, I don't want to go, we're here, it's Jay's night, it's his house. And eventually Luke sneaks out, Manny finds him, and then this girl answers the door. She's like, Manny, hey, I'm so glad you came, who's this? And then Luke's like, who's that? Like, so it turns out Manny, who was like the dorky loser for a while, he was invited. And then Luke wasn't. He's like, you're supposed to be the dorky sidekick. Like, what's going on? And Manny's just like, it's almost like the things that I used to be ostracized for, now people are starting to like. And, you know, suddenly that dynamic switches. It really wasn't until probably 2010s. Again, Attack on Titan, everyone was watching. Then mid-20s, you have like My Hero Academia. You have like, there's such, oh my God, Dead Man Wonderland, the Jujutsu Kaisen people. Like, a buddy of mine, I called the other day, and I was asking him, hey, because his kids are, I think, old enough to watch out. Like, you know, Avatar's kind of for everyone, but you're not going to appreciate Avatar when you're like 5 or 7. Like, it'll still be good, it's cool, but you don't really like appreciate like Iroh and the character development and like the just, you know, you're not going to until maybe like teenager. I don't know. Maybe the younger, like mature younger kids would be like, okay, I get these themes and they understand it. But I forget where I was going with this. Long story short, I was stacking Aang's. Yeah, like again, Avatar came out before anime had that like revolution. I'm not saying there wasn't a ton of good cartoons on at the time. There was Regular Show. Whoa, there was Adventure Time. Adventure Time. Obviously, Hey Arnold come out before this. You know, SpongeBob was great, but it was a different vibe. Like, we all know SpongeBob. We all love SpongeBob. We can all quote the first few seasons. But there was maybe only a couple of times that you watched an episode that like got you in your feels. It wasn't that type of show. Like this, a grill is not a home. Yeah, you know what? That you know, sometimes get a little feely. But that's it. Like, there's not really a ton of episodes that I can recall where, you know, it gives you those feels. Maybe at the Sweet Victory, you know, the marching band episode, like maybe at the end of that, like that was good. That was a good feel. But that's it. But Avatar, it gives you that in spades. You're there long enough, Katara will tell you about her dead mother. You are in the Avatar world long enough, Katara will tell you about her dead mother. Not even going to take a long time. It gets real. It gets feely. So I think that we'll probably get SpongeBob at some point, and we're going to go crazy for him because we love him. He's great. You're going to want SpongeBob and Patrick and Squidward. gonna get all the Squidwards. Freaking love Squidward. I sympathize with him so much. Mr. Krabs, he's just cheap. Plankton, yeah, they'll be great, right? But I don't know. I just connected with Avatar more, even though I've seen SpongeBob probably more because it came out first. But Avatar came out at a time where we got lucky. First off, or second off, thank you, VeVe, for reposting. I appreciate that 100%. Going back to the where are we? Going back to Avatar here. And you said something afterwards, dollar amount. Yeah. For Aang's, it just got lucky that it came out before the big anime revolution. And it was like the last, it was one of the best things that Nickelodeon's ever put out. And I love Hey Arnold. I freaking loved Hey Arnold. Angry Beavers, Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron. I loved all of these things. Avatar was just better. And it was like one of the last great things that Nickelodeon had ever put out. And then it started getting into like the live action stuff. Because, you know, it started with all that back in the 90s, and that was great. Kenan and Kel, spectacular. But it was kind of these like one-off shows. Like it had Snick, you know, it had like the Snick at Night. It had the Are You Afraid of the Dark? So all of these things are really good, but you know, they were good for the time. Like, how many people go back and watch Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes? I don't. I mean, I have in the past, but I don't do it like every year. But like, there's certain Hey Arnold episodes that I watch every year. Veterans Day episode and the Halloween episode. And then sometimes, yeah, we watch the series every now and then. It's not like Gilmore Girls, but you know, I rewatch it every now and then. Then Amanda Show came out, and it was like we watched it. It was okay. It's getting close to the peak. Then Drake and Josh comes out. I never thought it'd be so simple, but I found a way. I found a way. I think part of the reason why millennials are so sarcastic is because, and why we are the way they are, is because of Drake and Josh. And that wasn't, you know, you had Zoe 101. Then going down the line afterwards, like Victorious was so freaking good. And iCarly, so freaking good. You had some really good stuff, but again, like a lot of the cartoons at that time were not, they were not good. It was Avatar, and that was like the last great thing they did. That's like the bookend of the great stuff that Nickelodeon done at the time. I really like Legend of Korra, but you know, different show. Still holding, yeah, never sold a Devve. Never sold a Devve. Who's this dude? You had Aang top 5. I don't hate him. He's just not my what do you mean get back? Trouble logging. Wait, what? Hold on. I am not having, someone's trying to hack something of mine. Hell no. Ignoring that message. Heck that. Heck y'all, all y'all don't like me, blow me, keep hecking around with me, turn me back to the old me. Oh Jesus. Okay. All right, let's get back to Aang here real quick. Okay, good. Still only need 49. I'm at 47 now. I'm at 47. I'm 3 away from getting back into that top 5. Ooh, another Todd sold. Interesting. 2 Spirit World Aangs sold. You can try to do the Saitama workout. Yeah, I could. So that's not hard. All right. What is the One Punch Man workout? It's not hard. It's 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 6.2 mile run every day. Like that is the hardest part for me would be the 6 mile run, 6.2 mile run. 100 push-ups. I used to be able to do 100 push-ups in one go. Sit-ups, same thing. Although my back is really not good, so I don't know how much of the sit-ups I could do. And squats. Hope I could do that in one go, but maybe not. And then yeah, that is like, that would be considered like a day off for like a boxer, because when you're boxing, that's push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, and like heavy bag, speed bag, jump rope, and you're running like that. That is the One Punch Man workout is a day off in a boxer world. And I was training, 20 years ago when the workouts were probably not as intense as they are now. So like again, I haven't been inside a ring in a long time. I haven't worked out with any, about 12 years, where I had done like a workout with a legit fighter, like a legit, like, hey, this is, they're doing it. I was in the military, I was in pretty good shape. Yeah, that type of thing with a One Punch Man workout, it's a day off. Like if you're 15-year-old in shape, like you can do that like almost in your sleep. What do you think about Thanos' first appearance collectible? He's cool. He gets outfitted with AI, he'll be even better. But yeah, he's cool. He's chill. Oh, massive fire erupts at oil refinery in Port Arthur, Texas, following a reported explosion. Ooh. Hope everyone's safe. Galaxy movie. Oh yeah, Super Mario Galaxy Day movie. Can't wait. Can't wait. Industry. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be dope. Because the first one's pretty good. Dude, I hate posers nowadays that be like, I like anime, I like Pokemon. Like, nah, you weren't there like in Pokemon when you get beat up in school for playing. Did I ever tell you why I got into boxing? I was in 6th grade and this is the famous like Brittany chair story. I have a satchel, Game Boy Color satchel. It was like, I have to go to eBay for it, but it was this. Inside you had like a place for your Game Boy and a place for your games up top, and place for your batteries. And in between periods and in my lunch and my work study period, yeah, I'd play. These 3 8th graders in school, like this wasn't out, like it was in the school, beat me up for still liking Pokemon. They didn't even take the game. They didn't take the Game Boy. They just like, it was just on principle. And I swore revenge. And I trained all summer, like my dumb ass was thinking that I'd see them there the next year. They were going into high school. I didn't know their names at the time. I didn't know where they lived. I didn't know, like, so long story short, I got into boxing. And I just, yeah, it was beast. It was beast mode. I wound up actually having a class with one of the kids. He turned out to be gay. And at that time, when what's that? Not the gay show. It's a show where I think people were gay. They were singing all the time. The guy Charlie from Kyle XY was in it, and then he died. Show where people sing mid-2000s. What is this? Okay, hold on. All. Not American Idol, not making the band, Superstar. All right, what the heck? Not the OC. Making the band, karaoke, and teen drama. Okay, it was definitely a teen drama. And if I put in high school, it's going to come at High School Musical, which is not it. Okay, we are going to. Can anyone like comment down below what the song where? Oh, okay, it's going to be the show where high school kids sing Glee. That's what it was. Okay, so in this era, where like suddenly, I don't want to say it became popular to be gay, but it was very much more accepted. And now I wanted to beat this kid up because he beat me up when I was in 6th grade and he was in 8th grade. Now I'm taking a class with him, and now he turns out to be gay, and it's like, I can't beat this kid up. Like, I'm gonna get canceled. So I didn't. One wound up moving away. I have no idea where he went. And the other, like, he just like came and apologized to me, and we were just cool. Now I don't know if like he got word that I was like looking for him. But I was just like, God damn it. Yeah, all right. So we shook hands. That was it. We chill. We weren't like friends or anything, but you know, cool with each other. And then the other kid was gay, and I was like, oh, the type of fist I wanted to give him was not the one that he wanted. Anyway, long story short, yeah, it was not cool or sex. Even when I was buying, like in the heavy buying Pokemon cards in 2019, 2020, like it wasn't that popular. Like it wasn't like it was in like high school, like 2010, where you had to like come out to your friends. There's like still like Pokemon guys. I still play the games. Like it was, you know, I made it popular in the military. Before shift brief, because in the military you have to get there an insane amount of time early before your shift even starts, which is stupid. Military is sometimes awful. Yeah, I got people. I taught people how to download an emulator and a game, and we all started playing. And this one guy was like, "You guys freaking serious? You're all playing Pokemon?" The military guys, like, and yeah, it was fun. It was good times. Anyway, VeVe, thank you for saying have a great week. I will try to have a good week. I'll continue doing my very best. I appreciate that. Let's go over some more crypto because we haven't really done a ton of that. We went over Devve before. We'll do FIAS now, down 1.5% on the day to $1.1 million market cap, 4,600 in volume. daCat, I don't believe that had $6 in volume, just under $800,000 market cap. We're really trying to get back over $1 million, but honestly, with that much liquidity paired with ETH, we're really kind of right now at the mercy of what ETH does, and hopefully it does good things. Let's see. Definity, I got a email. Oh God, hiccups. Their March is looking pretty good. Their March is looking very good. I'm going to try to get more shares in that company soon. If you want more shares in that company, or if you want shares in that company, you let me know. See if we can work something out. But they're crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Wow, they're a $2 million market cap. They're like 2.2 times, 2.1 times greater, 1.5 times greater market cap than daCat. But they're crushing it. Their company is just so freaking liquid, and they're just, oh my God, crushing it. Love them. But let's get to OMI here. OMI is pretty flat on the day. 48,000 in volume over on the base liquidity pools that are over on Uniswap. The liquidity there, let's see what we have here. 101,000 in Ethereum, 98,000 in OMI. Good. I like the split. $30 million market cap. I do like that. Because I don't know why now everyone watches like 2 episodes of like Saki K or some other degen Netflix anime and then say they're in the anime. It rustles your jimmies, huh? Ruffles your feathers. Yeah, I get that. Oh my gosh, where's my? Sorry, no, I don't want this. Oh, this Aang, secret rare Aang. I want a secret rare Aang because I have 45 of the freaking 47 of the freaking other ones, but I don't have the standoff chart. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me, standoff chart? He's floored one. Not a secret rare, obviously, but I mean, standoff chart buys all of these from the store, so it pays 40 for them, and he's just Selling it for $16. Okay, like I was loving getting these at $12, $13, $14 even, but now I have to pay $16 for these freaking things. That is sometimes the price you have to pay. The price we pay. And you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Standoff chart no longer has 50. Now he's going to have 49 with Rolex. Maybe I'll pass them both soon. I don't know. Sorry for the rant. No, you're good. Keep on ranting. Go, Luke. Rant, Luke. The Gilmore Girls reference. Because I remember in elementary school, my friend Brandon rocked his Leaf Village headband to class, and they took it and bullied him. Dude, now the times have changed. Yeah. I feel like if I was in high school today, I wouldn't even bother with high school. I would just drop out and just start working. Honestly, that's what I should have done. The girl that I mentioned before, Brittany, like my first girlfriend, she emancipated herself, and oh god, she was just she matured faster than I. She was just, again, I got super lucky with her. Yeah, she emancipated herself at 16. She rocked it. She was what I wanted to be when I was younger. Emancipate myself, working, and I mean, I was working. Don't get me wrong. I was working since I was 13. Always hustled, always making that money. Honestly, if I had to redo it all over, I would skip high school completely, and I just go right to working. Maybe I would now use a lot of points, like stat points on learning how to code, instead of filling my brain up with, you know, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network knowledge. But you know, yeah, I think I'd be cool in high school if I wanted to. Probably, I don't know. Freaking Drake and Josh. Oh, how do you? Yeah, always. It's gonna take some time to realign. Oh, that was such a good show. What was that name? Mindy or Mandy? Mindy, that Josh's like girlfriend. I think one episode that I remember, they hit Oprah with a car, and Josh's like, "This is a terrible day," and Drake is like, "Why? Because you hit Oprah?" No, because it's a little humid outside. Yes, because I hit Oprah. Because they hit Oprah with the car. It was, oh god, that such good writing. And you had Crazy Terry, who wound up being Spencer Shea, Carly's older brother in iCarly. Tell that girl I have $100,000 to give her, and throw that $100,000 chocolate. Oh, Goat Slayer, I love you. Is that veteran humor, or is that just like that's so good? The VeVe veterans got to get together one day. Every vet that served in the military and wants to, just like, we should do that. Like that, we could get crazy though. But yeah, I think a lot of the VeVe, the veterans that are in VeVe, I feel like we should have a meetup one day and just go crazy. 1.5 million OMI burned on this day. I see clearly everything. Echo 712 is my favorite episode when Katara and Zuko went after Katara's mother's killer, bro. There were some, yeah. Avatar wanted so badly. I think the creators, like, if it was an adult show, like if it wasn't a kids show, you would have seen a lot more death. Like you would have seen, like, Katara would have bloodbath. Like it wouldn't just be like a I should kill you, and then like she doesn't, and like she, you know, forgives him, and you learn about, you know, peace and balance. And if that was an adult show, they would have shown Katara bloodbending the heck out of the mother's killer, and then the lesson would have then been, okay, I've now drank from that fountain and learned that it doesn't quench, and that line is still there, and I just crossed it. And then it turns her into like more of that mother figure, like, hey, I've been down this road, I've seen what happens, and it doesn't make you feel bad. It like doesn't make the pain go away. It might make you feel good for like 5 seconds, and that's it. I I really wish that they would have, and again, we're gonna get another Avatar movie later this year. So be advised, like the show is good. The show is one of the greatest things ever made. Korra is great too, but there's so much lore from the time where, like, you know how they kept time? They keep it for each avatar. Let's say like Avatar Kyoshi, who lived to 230 years old, by the way. I don't know how many people know that. Avatar Kyoshi lived to 230 years old. That's time. When she's born, time starts at 0, goes to 230. Then Avatar Roku is born, time starts at 0 again, goes to what did he live to? 70? I think he lived to 70. Time starts at 0 again. Avatar Aang is born. 166 years go by, then he dies, and then Korra is born. So yeah, this is like the way they keep time is very interesting. Now it started way back with Avatar 1. In like 9,000 BG. So another way they keep time is not just by the people of the Avatar cycles, but it's before the genocide and AG after the genocide. Like that's how they keep time in Avatar. Like that's their keeping table, and it's crazy. And there's so much to explore there. I hope that one day we get a legit adult R-rated Avatar type of thing. Legend of Korra is probably PG-13. Some of those things, little. But yeah, I do the Saitama workout. Still working on the 6 mile run. Get that bread. You're gonna get cut. You're gonna get cut. You're gonna be good. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you all ripped and shredded. Get that bread. Ugh. I never thought it would be so simple, but found. Oh, you got me with that Drake and Josh stuff. If you open up your mouth. Hard part is I fast, but when I fast, I don't do food or water. Cardio. Patrick says, I need it. Yeah, I need it too. I'm feeling good. I drank on Thursday, and then I drank on that weekend before then because it was a friendo's birthday, so had to get the partying in. And then last time I drank was the 19th, so the 20th, 21st, 22nd, now 23rd. Feeling good. Been back on the diet since I'm down to 192. Started a few days ago at 194 and a half, and now I'm 192. Where am I going to go? Where am I going to go down to? I don't know. We'll see. If it's popular to be gay, I don't want to be popular. Oh my God, you can't say that. You can't say that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's you could be however you want to be. Sent you a file. Okay. Copy that. We'll look at after my live. Maybe tomorrow, because I have other stuff to do now. Yes, it was Glee. It was Glee, Jason Pena. You were right. It took me a little while to get it. Thanks for being a member. Now, his first appearance, Aang is almost playing his first appearance. Astro Boy, not even close. Not even heckin' close. I think I knew who Astro Boy was beforehand, but Aang, like everybody watched Avatar back in the day. That was a thing that everyone did. I don't think everyone was watching Astro Boy. When did Astro Boy come on? I don't know. Let's take a look. When did Astro Boy cartoon come out? Well, the first one was 1963. Not for kids. What? Why is it not for kids? All right, later versions of the series were released in 1980s and in 2003. The 80s one probably rocked. The 2003 one probably sucked. I was a kid in 2000, or I was 12 in 2003, and if it was good, I probably would have watched it. But if I didn't see it, if I wasn't watching a show, probably because it was bad. Everyone watched Avatar. Do you still have the credit card debt from buying Devve? Did I actually have? I don't know if I actually did that or not. I definitely did get some more Devve. I have 180,000 Devve, which at the time was worth a lot. Now is worth nothing. I don't know if I have that or not, to be honest. I don't remember if I did that. This was months ago. It does sound like something that I would do, but I don't think I did. Could now. I could now. I could totally do that now. Get $1. Imagine getting Devve here. Like $10,000 worth of Devve here. That'd be dope. Who says, well, incorrigible, dude, 100 grand bars are good AF. I just tried them. I've never had those. Let's we have other stuff we had to go over too. And I'm already an hour in. Okay, hold on. Grand. I like the crispy rice crunchies and milk chocolate. Not a huge fan of caramel, which is interesting because I loved Milky Ways as a kid. Like when I was like 7, loved Milky Ways. And then the caramel would like stick or whatever. I just didn't like it anymore. For some reason, I woke up one day and I just didn't like Milky Ways anymore. And then I was all about the Reese's and I never looked back. Still my favorite candy. I'm down for a VeVe vet party get together. Wrestling entrance music for all. Oh, coming claiming real American. I gotta claim Viva La Raza, Eddie Guerrero, right? Dun, 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 dun. I lie, I cheat, I steal. That's such like the antithesis of who I am. But bro, in the mid 2000s, we were all lying, cheating, and stealing with Eddie Guerrero every week. Original CSCA, Shatter. Oh yeah, Kane was cool. That wasn't the entrance was badass, but I didn't get pumped to the music. The rattlesnake, yeah, the freaking Stone Cold Steve Austin with the glass breaking has probably like that gets the most pop. That's so iconic. There's a couple of returns that have gotten a pop like that, like the return of Matt and Jeff Hardy. That was really cool. Return of Edge. Oh, bro, the return of Edge was epic. See that in the Royal Rumble? On this day, I see. And then, you know, like but before then, just you think you know me. Like that was so nuts. A John Cena return. After he had gotten like stabbed at a nightclub by Carlito's boy Jesus. That dude, there was such wild lines out there. Casino wanted to go on like vacation or something. Bro, there was some crazy pops. Rey Mysterio's who's that jumping out the sky? There was so many good ones. But obviously Hulk, like the real American. I remember in 2018, I'm in Vegas with a buddy of mine, and we're getting ready to go out. We're pre-gaming, and I blast this, and suddenly it's like we're kids again, back in the 90s, and then we're hulking out, we're drinking, dude, that was such a good trip. I fudged up here because so he's a DJ. He knows the guy Tiesto, who's like, I don't know DJs, I don't know like electronic dance stuff, but like my biggest thing is like dating a girl that was into like EDM and then knowing like being obsessed with like Bass Hunter and like that's it. That's my extent of knowledge that I have of EDM. He knew Tiesto was apparently a huge deal, and he went to the DJ thing and I didn't. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play poker. And he got to be with 7 Swedish girls. I don't know how many he was actually with, but he was chilling with 7 like Swedish like models that Tiesto was with, and I was like, bro, I should have came. I wound up being with 2 girls that weekend. One was not good. One was it was a sad boink. And then I had to make up for that because I was like, bro, I can't go to Vegas and just be with that. So I upped the ante a little bit, and then yeah, that was the night where it just I am a real man, and then that was the vibes were good that night. The vibes are going great. Yeah, I shot Eddie Guerrero, Viva La Raza. You can claim Real American. Hell yeah. Yep. They're on the hidden secret booth. Those one of those if you know you know kind of things. Meow meow. Meow meow. Okay. We have stuff to go over here. I gotta stop. Oh shoot. I have a lot of stuff I have to go over. ORKT. That was up 6% on the day, back over $1. The merger with VeVe must be going well, despite us not getting an update for 3 weeks. 3 weeks with no update. I'm just impatient. I just want to know whether it's going through or not going through. But based on the fact that it was up 7% today, I'm going to say it's going to go through. Other pieces of news. Mile High, All in Dream, comic book printing. New York Stock Exchange. Exchanges complete industry-wide removal of crypto ETF options caps. New York Stock Exchange ARCA and New York Stock Exchange American filed rule changes with the Securities and Exchange Commission to remove the 25,000 contract position and exercise limits on options overlying spot Bitcoin and Ether exchange traded funds, according to Federal Register notices set to be published today. The SEC waived the standard 30-day waiting period on both filings, making the changes operative upon filing. The heck is that? The rule changes cover options on 11 crypto ETF products, including BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust, Fidelity's Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund, ARK21 Shares Bitcoin ETF, Grayscale's Bitcoin and Ethereum Trust, and Bitwise Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. Filings also removed restrictions that had prevented those products from trading as flex options, which allow customizable contract terms such as non-standard strike prices and expiration dates. Position limits for these options will now be determined under each exchange's standard framework, which sets limits based on trading volume and shares outstanding. Options on large liquid ETFs can qualify for position limits of 250K contracts or more under those rules. 25,000 contract cap was put in place as a precautionary measure when crypto ETF options first began trading in November 2024. At the time, analysts flagged the limit as conservative. Bloomberg senior ETF analyst Eric Balchunas noted the IBIT's first day of options trading that the fund generated nearly 1.9 billion in notional exposure, despite the constraint. In October 2024, KBIT CEO Ed Tolson told the block that the cap was not overly restrictive given the existing 40 billion in Bitcoin open interest across futures and perpetual swaps, but the limit was notably out of step with how other commodity ETF options were traded, and multiple exchanges began moving to remove it earlier this year. Very good. Very good. Who says, for real, when you see them in the store, they look boring, but once you eat them, you know, delicious. Yeah, what are those crispy candy bars? They're like crisp, KRISP, rice candy bars. I think they're Hershey's. Oh, Crackle? I think it's Crackle or Cracker. How do they name it Cracker? Hold on. Really? That's how it's spelled? Cracker Hershey. Oh, no, it's Crackle. Why does these? Hold on. I'm like losing my mind here. I could. All right. It is Crackle. What? I swear I just saw a picture that said Cracker, KRACKER. And I was like, there's no way they called it that. So I Googled Cracker Hershey, and then it came a Crackle. Like, that was just a glitch in the matrix if I ever saw one. Because I Googled Crackle, and then in the photo, it showed me Cracker. So I was like, or I Googled crisp rice candy Hershey, and the picture showed me Cracker. And then I was like, so I Googled like Cracker Hershey, and then it came up, now it came up Crackle. So anyway, that was very strange. Anyway, I like the crackles. Those are good. Those are very good. You know what? I'm gonna get one tonight. Epic. YOLO. All right. I'm gonna want one. I'm gonna want candy, but I can't eat it. Can't eat it because I'm fat and I don't need it. You don't need it. We don't need it. We are going to get plus ultra shape, and we don't need it. We are just. I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow. I'm gonna do chest and triceps. Ben Korea says, yo, Randy, what's going on? Meow, 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 meow. Okay. OpenAI co-founder, we're going to go over here, says that he hasn't written a line of code in months as in a state of psychosis trying to figure out what's possible. Now, this is something I wanted to go over before. Oh, Nancy Mace officially announced her bid for governor. Very good, Nancy. Very good. But there's something that I have to go over here. Jean Grey, nope. 5 years, nope. Jen collects. All right, it was definitely after that. Maybe it was before that. Am I tripping? How do you get to your saved stuff? Highlights, articles, media. How do you get to your stuff that you like bookmark? Am I tripping? Like, how do you go to your bookmarks? Because I bookmarked a video recently. Is it media? Oh, I have to go to likes? That's going to take forever. Hold on. I got this. Okay. Riley Coyote, 19,000 followers, had posted a video of this girl on TikTok saying, like, what the F yesterday? No, 2 days ago. I did not know. Okay. You know what? I'm going to. What GitHub or Railway was. We're going to 1.5x this. Been trying. Okay. I know what you're thinking. Sorbit 10 years ago. I didn't know what those two, I didn't even know. Are they websites? Are they developing app? I don't even know. I asked Claude to build me a website. Long story short, she's been trying to build a website for like 10 years. And it was quoted as $25,000 in order to build it. And she's like, I don't have that money. But then with Claude, she's like, you know what, let me try it. And she tries it and it does it in 2 days. Now, she had about 15 different times where it's like, well, actually, I'm running into this issue. And unlike ChatGPT last year, where it just gave her a bunch of files and expected her to know what to do, Claude like walked her through it. It's like, okay, you're telling me here's this issue. Try doing this. And step by step was able to walk her through it. She has like no coding experience, did it herself. And she built an app like a not just like, hey, we're selling t-shirts, but an app like you have to create an account. It has different incorporated themselves or partner with Stripe, did all these different things, and it did it in 2 days. And really the first, like the most of the work was done in like a couple of hours. The rest of it was just her like nitpicking, not I want to say nitpicking, but fixing things here and there, and Claude just working her through it. So all of this to say that AI is going to generate so much freaking enterprise value. Andrej Karpathy, an OpenAI co-founder and former director of AI at Tesla, admitted that he's not on the forefront of the field and feels nervous about it, despite all of his accomplishments in AI. In an interview on the No Priors podcast on Friday, the independent AI researcher, who's also the founder of Eureka Labs, explained a psychosis he's been suffering from even as AI agents have made his workflow and life at home more convenient. The tipping point came in December when he noticed he was writing just 20% of his code with 80% delegated to an agent, reversing from an earlier split with 80% done by himself and 20% by an agent. That trend has continued. Quote, I don't think I've typed a line of code probably since December, basically, which is an extremely large change, end quote. Or back to quote, I don't think a normal person actually realizes that this has happened or how dramatic it was, end quote. He's not alone and added that the default workflow for building software has completely changed in recent months as agentic AI has exploded in popularity. OpenClaw in particular has swept through the tech industry as users connect it to various applications, allowing it to manage calendars, browse the web, shop online, read files, write emails, and send messages via tools like WhatsApp. Its potential remains massive, and Karpathy described his struggle to fully envision what could come next, saying, I'm just like in the state of psychosis, trying to figure out what's possible, trying to push it to the limit. He added, I want to be at the forefront of it, and I'm very antsy that I'm not at the forefront of it. See lots of people on Twitter doing all kinds of things. They all sound like really good ideas, and I need to be at the forefront or I feel extremely nervous. Karpathy also revealed that he went through a claw psychosis in January while integrating an agent with various smart functions in his home. In fact, he's dubbed it Dobby the House Elf Claw, and it now controls his home's sound systems, lighting, security functions, shades, HVAC, pool, and spa. Previously, managing each one required using several different apps, but now Carpathy says he just instructs Dobby what to do by sending it messages via WhatsApp in natural language. He talks to it via WhatsApp. My God. Dobby also alerts him with messages when it uses the home security cameras to detect a FedEx truck that dropped off a delivery at his doorstep. So Dobby's in charge of the house. It's been really fun to have these macro actions that maintain my house. I haven't really pushed it way beyond that, and I think people are doing a lot more crazy things with it. Yeah, they are. Crazy, have I told you? Okay, where were we? Okay, you got that. Tonight. Yo, what's up, Ben in Korea? Thanks for being a member. Another one booth is Turkish Delights. They can be found in the international aisles of grocery stores, usually overpriced AF, but still delish. I might try that at some point and give that a go. But first, I'm going to see. Ooh, VeVe Digital Collectibles has posted something. The post is unavailable, but I'll still like it. I'm close to being in the top 5 again. As long as nobody 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As long as nobody buys the bottom 8 Aangs, making it $20, then I don't want to buy them at $20. It's a lot. Although I did say I would make a special buy. I'm going to make a special buy of Aang today. Might be the secret rare. It might not. I don't know. We'll see. There is something I want. Nope. Nope. No. Oh, my body. Oh, my other body. I'll do the special buy in 1 hour. I still might be here in an hour. I don't know. Subtle candies like that show the women you have class and taste without breaking the bank for a first impression. That is fair. That is very fair. Baby says, what is your favorite? What season's your favorite from Avatar? Favorite season? I like it's going to be season 3, although I feel like 3 should really be split into 2 parts. It's when they're in the Fire Nation and they're in the Fire Nation garb. And one of my favorite episodes is the Blind Bandit, where Toph is this she's a blind girl, and they do this scam where, because she's an earthbender, she can make certain things. Basically they street hustle people. Her and Sokka just go around street hustling, but they're making money. And she pretends that a carriage hits her, but she really just earthbends a little divot out there, so the carriage goes to dunk. But they make believe that they hit Toph and they get money. It's such a good episode. I think that's the one where Katara and Toph aren't talking, and Sokka and Aang are just so Sokka decides to write a letter to Katara thinking that is from Toph, and then he's like, Aang, here's what I think we should do. Take Hockey, because he has a hawk. He calls it Hockey. Great name. And he sends Hockey to Katara with a letter from him, but it's signed by Toph. And then Aang's like, I gotta say, Sokka, you continue to impress me with your ideas. So then Katara yells at Sokka's I know this is from you, Sokka. Toph can't write. She's blind. I don't know if this is an actual joke or if this was just a meme, but they're all sleeping one night, and Katara's like, the stars sure are beautiful tonight. Too bad you can't see them, Toph. Or one day when they have to run from someone, they go underground. Toph makes a thing, and Sokka's just like, I can't see anything. And Toph's like, oh no, what a nightmare. He's like, sorry. Or where they're looking for so there's this giant owl. He is a spirit. He was able to interact with the human world, you know, the non-spirit world, and he was able to take books from them, and he creates like a library of knowledge. But he's a spirit world. Like that's a building from the spirit world. It's in the real world, and they're trying to look for it. And this is the precursor to Appa's Lost Days, where the Sandbenders get him. Oh lordy, that was horrible. That was horrible couple episodes. Anyway, they're trying to look for this library, and then Toph's like, there it is. And then it's like, oh, it's like, that's what it'll be like when one of you finds something. Because she can't see. She did the John Cena, you can't see me. I would say season 3. I know Toph comes in season 2, and she's favorite. Daughter goals AF. Anyway, subtle candy. Oh, are they chewy gels incorrigible? They're kind of chewy. Look good. Turkish Delight with nougat and almond. I don't know if I want that. It's the best, very similar to Toblerone. That is fancy. Rain originally got me bullish on Devve. Said it could go to 700. Yeah, that's possible. It's going to be, my opinion, the rails of what many major institutions use, because it's the most efficient. Again, Harry Potter magic. Caudal says, if you're on X, DM, we can talk about chocolate and VeVe, man. Yeah, good stuff. But yeah, everyone, you comment down below, what is your favorite season of your favorite season of Avatar? But I would say season 3, because that's mine. Beans. A couple others were just bought, but I don't know by who. All right, you got me. It's going to take an hour, I believe, in order for it to correct. But in the next hour, depending on how long it takes, I don't know. It says I own 48, but I'm in the middle of getting number 49. Now, actually, I will be tied for number 5, or technically number 4, with Rolex and Standoff Chart, that both have 49. And again, I have 48, where it's transferring ownership on my 49th one. So for the first time, there's actually a 3-way tie for number 4, where me, Mr. Rolex, and Standoff Chart all have 49 of these. So that is interesting. I don't believe that's ever happened before. Thought it was cool. Thought it was neat. So, you think you're untouchable? Yeah. Word life. Basic thug. Oh god, yeah. That dude. That like how did that go? I don't know. That was cool. It was, oh my god, such an epic intro. And on Instagram, same on here, dressed up as Power Ranger. Go Power Rangers. Don't have expo down here. Bro, that's another thing I hope we get at some point. That was in Fuego. Amy Jo Johnson. Yeah, Pink Power Ranger. So good. She was the best. The best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. Damn, a big bird. Sold for $133. Why did that sell for $133? They're like $5. Listen to that sound. Oh, it was the number 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why it sold for $100, because it sold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Interesting. Why did a Rabbit's jukebox sell for $100? Aren't these like $3? Number 666, bro. Like, I understand getting like that type of number for a popular thing. 3,700 of these things, they're $3. I don't think anyone's gonna pay an epic I mean, somebody did. Somebody paid $100 for a rabid jukebox number 666. I don't know who's going to pay for that mint in the future. But they are. They are. Now, with these additions, there are 422 of the common left, 39 of the secret rare left. So, you know, there's a lot. There's a lot left. But what happens when they go away? What happens when it sells out? What happens to Aang at that point? I don't know. My 5 years for SEC to reclassify crypto securities and for institutional crypto adoption, another 5 for global crypto NFT adoption, non-divine Web3 narratives. Hopefully, I don't know, man. I have no idea. Same. I love this game. I really, really do. Okay, where are we at? Went over the Phoenix stuff. Okay, let's do some. You know, Ferryman has 6,000 collectibles. Dude's a beast. Senators, White House strike agreement in principle to resolve bank crypto clash. The United States is planning to deploy ground forces into Iran per CBS News. Peking. Oh, do I read this? All right, guy named Gothburs. We're gonna have to. Ooh. Everyone, comment. We love you, Craig. On Craig's post, he is in the hospital. I think not doing well. Get well soon, friendo. That was 12 hours ago. I don't know what he's doing okay now, but I'm gonna. 6 hours that the doctor said not to make any financial decisions today. At least he's in good spirits. I know. What am I trying to look up? Gothburs. Gothburzo. HOTTOGO. You can make it hard to go. Okay. Guy named Peter Gurnu. The other day, oh God, he posts a lot. I don't know how long I'm gonna have to. Oh, he's GS13. Okay, so he makes a decent amount of money. Optimization, mustache, updated my LinkedIn, I don't care. AI policy, oh my God, where the heck is this guy? Pivoted. Okay, here it is. Peter Gnu says, my net worth peaked at 1.2 million. None of it was real. I don't mean that philosophically. I mean it was located on servers that have since been turned off. I own 11 properties in the metaverse. 3 in Decentraland, 4 in Sandbox, 2 in Voxels, and 1 in the other side. And a beachfront villa in Horizon Worlds that I bought for $214,000 because Mark Zuckerberg called it the next frontier. The frontier closed last week. I think they are keeping Horizon Worlds open, but this is written 4 days ago. It's a mobile app now. Last year, I mass DM'd 340 people the phrase, you don't understand how early we are. I've since stopped doing that, not because I was wrong, but because most of them blocked me. I got into the metaverse real estate in November 2021. That is the peak. Everyone was buying. Someone paid almost $500,000 to be Snoop Dogg's neighbor in a video game with no legs. And Snoop Dogg isn't even there anymore. But he continues on saying the avatars didn't have legs. Thought that was bullish. The legs are coming, I told my Discord. Legs are a roadmap item. 300 people reacted with rocket emojis. I called myself a digital land baron. Put it in my Twitter bio. Put it in my LinkedIn headline. Said it on a podcast that had 11 listeners, and 3 of them were bots. Oh my God, the rest were my alts. Jesus, man. My virtual property has more square footage than my actual apartment. My actual apartment has furniture. Location, location, location. My most valuable asset was a plot next to a virtual Gucci store. Gucci left in 2023. Store is still there, but nobody's in it. It's like a mall in Ohio, but with worse graphics and no food court. I held diamond hands. That's what we said. Diamond hands. It means refusing to sell your investment loss while your investments lose 94% of its value. He turned financial paralysis into a personality trait. A guy in my Discord paid 2.4 million for 618 parcel estate in Decentraland. Prime district, high foot traffic. I asked him what foot traffic meant when the platform had only 38 daily active users. He said I didn't understand the technology. I didn't. I still bought more. We had a DAO. I've never seen a DAO be successful. We had a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. That means we voted on decisions. There were 9 of us. 3 never showed up. 2 voted on everything without reading it. The other 4 of us were me and my alts. Jesus, man. We voted to acquire strategic parcels. The vote passed unanimously. I voted 4 times. My portfolio peaked at 1.2 million. Told everyone, I made a spreadsheet. I projected 40x returns by 2025. I made a pitch deck. Pitch deck had a slide that said, we are building the digital economy. Slide had a rocket emoji. That was my entire financial model. 2023, I bought a board 8 for $189,000. It is worth $14,000 now. I don't talk about the 8. I still use it as my profile picture. People ask me about it. I say I'm long-term bullish. Long-term bullish means I can't sell it without crying in a Panera. My mom asked me what a board 8 was. I said digital art on the blockchain. She asked why it cost more than her car. I said, you don't understand Web3. She said, I understand you live in a studio apartment. She's not in my Discord. Justin Bieber bought one for 1.3 million. It's worth about $90,000 now. I feel better about mine after I heard that. That's community. We're all going to make it. We say that every day. In the group chat, all the floor drops, all the volume dried up. Well, 95% of all NFT collections went to zero. Honestly, it's probably like 99%. We're all going to make it. None of us made it. But we said it with conviction and a laser eye profile picture that counts for something. It doesn't. But we said it did. That's decentralized consensus. Meta spent $84 billion on the metaverse. More than the GDP of Luxembourg, more than the GDP of Iceland, Malta combined. They spent it on a platform where the avatars had no legs, the graphics looked like a 2006 Wii game, and the peak user count was lower and the lunch rush was lower than the lunch rush at a Chipotle in Des Moines. They just pulled Horizon Worlds from VR headsets. It lives on as a mobile app. My beachfront villa is now a mobile app. Location, location, location. Zuckerberg renamed an entire company for this. Facebook became Meta. $900 billion company changed its legal name because the CEO watched Ready Player One and said, I want that. Reality Labs lost $10 billion in 2021, $14 billion in 2022, $16 billion in 2023, $18 billion in 2024, and $19 billion in 2025. That's not a strategy, that's a speed run. They laid off 1,500 Reality Labs employees this year, shut down 3 VR studios, killed Supernatural, put the entire VR social vision in a casket and said, we're pivoting to AI and wearables. Pivot took 4 years and $84 billion. I pivoted too. I'm an AI real estate investor now. Bought a virtual plot in an AI generated world that doesn't exist yet. This is a very depressing post. The founder said it was the intersection of spatial computing and large language models. I don't know what that means, but I gave him $40,000. He has a white paper. It's 47 pages. I read the title and the tokenomics section. Tokenomics section is a pie chart. I love pie charts. They make everything look like a plan. The project has a roadmap. Q1, build community. Q2, launch beta. Q3, scale ecosystem. And Q4 is a blank. Q4 is always a blank. That's where the exit scam goes. My accountant asked me to value my metaverse portfolio for tax purposes. I said 1.2 million. He said current market value. I said $6,400. He stared at me for 11 seconds. I know because I counted. He asked if I had any other investments. I showed him my NFTs. He stared for longer. I told him they were cultural artifacts with long-term provenance. He asked if I considered a 401k. Told him 401k was legacy finance. He told me to leave his office. The metaverse is dead. I don't accept that. I'm a digital land baron. I own 11 properties across 4 platforms. I have a beachfront villa in a mobile app, plot next to an empty Gucci store, and a cartoon monkey that cost me more than my actual car. Location, location, location. The location is nowhere, but I'm early. I'm always early. That's the same as being wrong, except you get to say it with confidence. First comment is Kaki Gaijin saying, these are some NFTs I have and I still buy to this day because I'm a fan of the IP. And he posted of, oh, X-Men. Oh, this is Gwen Stacy in a really cool photo. Bunch of Gwen Stacy. Some golden moments. And some more Gwen Stacy. So yeah, like part of the reason, oh God, my blankie. No. Oh gosh. Sorry. Gotta get my blankie back on my legs. Part of the reason I love VeVe so much is because of the IP it has with it. It's not a Bored Ape. It's not any pixelated image of a monkey or a turtle or whatnot. It's some of the most important pieces of pop culture in the world, in the history of the world. And we have them all. You know, if you're betting on, let's say like VeFriends. I want a VeFriends. I want a Jolly Jacko. But I don't have, like, that's one IP. And again, you should never bet against Gary Vaynerchuk. But what happens if something happens to Gary? That collection is not going to go well. For VeVe, you could have something happen to, I don't know, but how many licensors? Like half of them? We still have the rest of the half. Like you're not relying on any one thing. You're relying on a whole bunch of things. It's very diversified in VeVe. That's why I love OMI. That's why I try to buy stuff. I crap on the Kripkins a lot because in the Kripkins, you know, I have, I mean, I have 2 sets, I think, but I kind of crap on them because there's not necessarily a large amount of ROI that I think is going to be on there. Mark Singalis, 5,000 followers, saying even if Gary McNamara leaves, Siena basketball donor Adam Weitzman says his support will stay. Love Adam Weitzman. Hopefully he comes on the podcast soon. Does it show me? Even though I also have 49. See there? 49 Avatar Aang. Tied for 4th. It doesn't show me yet, but it will. Eventually. Okay, what was I? Once your grandmother is using Bitcoin to buy arthritis meds, I think we made it. I don't think that's gonna. Because you're always gonna have like anyone that likes and understands Bitcoin is not gonna sell their Bitcoin. They'll pay fiat for that. Oh, Wan Shi Tong was the owl. Also, Rob Cooks, I bought your. I think I bought your Avatar Aang before. I think I bought your Aang before. But yeah, Wan Shi Tong. I forgot the dude's name. There was a guy there that wanted to procure all the knowledge, and he did. And then he shows the skeleton. It's like, God damn, that is horror type stuff. Like, oh, get me out of there. But yeah, good call, Rob Cook. Good call. I forgot the dude's name. Carlos says the annoying, sad, frustrating thing about NFT digital collectibles. All it takes is for the licensor to implement long-lasting utility. Even just discounts on future drops of the same IP would be, oh God. If Disney did that with a partner statue, bro, it would go insane. It would go insane. Nah. They might do it with a different one though. You know, I don't know. 3 Todd sold, 2 Angs. Okay. Okay. Avengers. Amazing Fantasy 15, 2 of those sold. What is this Amazing Spider-Man one? Oh, first appearance of the Sandman. Sold for 181. Not bad. In the last 30 days, Akomi Sigura logo still, you know, that's number 1. Partner statue is number 2. Spider-Man's number 2. Or Spider-Man has 2 sales. One of them was that 10-point-something thousand. Aang, number 4. 315 separate sales, totaling 10,900. Now half of this was one Aang, or else that would be like 5,000 something. Todd had 9,800. 2 Donnies, almost 8K. Spirit World Aang, 36 of those sold for $7,555. Stephen Pugh Harley Quinn, 3 of those sold for about 6K total. Michelangelo sold for about 1,200 each, the special edition. And 16 Amazing Fantasy Commons sold. 3,100. Could be literally changed overnight. You're right, it could. When's your next 24-hour stream? I don't know. I was thinking about it tonight. Like, my back is not gonna be good for it. It just wasn't my back is just not ready for it. I need a different type of chair. That's what I need. Were you into Bakugan? No. I was at that time. I'm 16. I'm really out with the girls. I'm out with the the boxing. I'm out like I didn't really spend a ton of time at home watching shows. And when I did, it was still more still like a lot of Nickelodeon stuff. Just sell your kidney and buy 50 more chicken. Kidney, I should be able to get a lot more than that. I mean, I wouldn't sell a kidney though for these. Yeah, I don't think I'd sell a kidney for them. What's the 21? Okay, give me 1 sec, guys. I gotta do something here. This is important. What I say, an hour? Give me 1 second, y'all. Oh, okay, 29. What is 29? Give me 1 second. Fuck. 14. You're gonna see me probably do a you're probably gonna see me do a special buy. When I was like 6, went to my friend's B-Day party, and her mom made us watch a bunch of old Power Ranger episodes. I didn't want to, but it's because her mom was the actor that played the Pink Ranger. Which one? Like, which Pink Ranger did she play? Like, what was her name? Bro, Power Rangers is so freaking good. I don't even know what I just read right there. Power Rangers so good, and you let me know which Pink Ranger she was. No, they're older IP like Felix, Garfield, Heathcliff. The cat's available on VeVe. I like Garfield. Oh, Felix the cat. Yeah. So me and there was this girl. It was my friend Mark's kid, and he had a mother-daughter house. So him and his wife had the upstairs. Me and his daughter had like the downstairs. It was so chill. You go into the house from the back. Little kitchen here, my room on the left, little area where there was a giant beanbag thing. Like that was it. The dog kind of was down there with us, and then there was another dog. There was actually 3 dogs in the house. Make a right, there's laundry, there's like some utility closet, then there's her room. And she had a Nintendo Classic, which we were playing Felix the Cat on. We were playing Super Mario Brothers. We just beat a bunch of games. Then in the day room over here, there's a bathroom, but then day room, couch, chair, and she, we had played a bunch of the old Nintendo games, and we got a Nintendo Wii U, I think, that I bought her. Well, I bought us. It was ours. She kept it, after I moved out. But we would just play like a lot of stuff on there. That was like so much fun. That was so chill. That was such a chill time. And yeah, Felix the Cat was a big one we liked to play. I don't know the Heathcliff cats though. The legs are coming. The legs are coming. Peter, maybe. What if we got Homelander on VeVe? That'd be dope. Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy up in it. Oh, why me crank it? Why me roll? Why you crank that Soldier Boy? That Superman? That money you crank. All right. He's drinking baby bar. Oh no, not the nipple milk. No. Never. Okay, did that. Ugh, my body. Sorry, I had to rush through a couple things here. Squeebs, March 20th, 5.3 million OMI was burned, which is great. Sham G13, aka Mr. India, is level 77. Good for him. Good for him. She was. Shoot, don't want that. Oh, okay. Will Stewart has mentioned when negative amortization becomes our national budget strategy. While the world watches the Iran conflict escalate and feels the sting of gas prices doubling since February, the quieter, more systemic crisis is unfolding in DC. This week, TSA workers are walking off the job at our airports. Families are recalculating their monthly budget at the pump. Yet, come next week, March 27th, Congress is set to take a 2-week break, leaving behind $39 trillion in debt, which hits this week, going to $40 trillion by the end of the year, and a budget process in total deadlock. Can't imagine how many thousands of flights will be canceled if Congress takes a break before passing the budget. We've officially hit a fiscal inflection point where we aren't even paying down the principal anymore. We're simply borrowing more to cover the trillion annual interest. In any other context, we'd call this negative amortization. In Washington, they call it business as usual. My Silicon Valley roots tell me we've reached the limit of what posturing can achieve. Time to swap the rhetoric for the results by recruiting the innovators and fiscal experts who prioritize solvency over soundbites. As global markets look toward alternatives like gold and Bitcoin to hedge against a weakening dollar, we must ask, if we can't pass a basic budget during a global crisis, how will we ever get our long-term national math under control? We have reached a point where the geopolitical noise must stop being an excuse for fiscal silence. Agreed, sir. Agreed. I looked it up. She was a 95 Pink Ranger. Like, I guess it's cool. You're famous, but don't force it. Like Amy Jo Johnson? I was not aware she had kids. Oh, she does have one kid. No, their child was born in 2008. So that kid is only like 18 now, so there's no way you would have. Like, what was her name? Need to know. Anyway, so it wasn't Amy Jo Johnson. Do love her though. She's great. She's the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep it down your mouth. Okay. Sleeping Comic proposed a VeVe starter kit. It was a theme, comic included, 10,000 OMI on Stacker, and access to other universes for $29. A good idea for onboarding newcomers? I would say so. Sleeping Comics has a lot of good ideas. VeVe also has a silent auction on Discord, a new way to use your VXP to bid and try to win collectibles. I haven't tried it yet. Let me know how it goes. Yeah. This is me on a beach with my Persian. I'm Giovanni. Best girl, okay. Doggo. My dog goes, oh no, my blankie, why does it keep falling? Why do you keep failing me, legs? Ugh. Okay. My doggo's winter coat is coming in. Or it's not coming in, it's shedding. It was 80 degrees the other day, and now it's like 30 today. Let's talk about Tad Smith. I had a conversation. I know it's like 2 hours into this. I had a conversation with Tad Smith this morning. He's a good dude. He's very smart, very efficient, fairly likable. He'll do really well for Candy. Well, I don't want to say Candy exactly. He'll definitely do well for the assets. I don't know if he's going to keep the platform as is. If he's like, like, are they gonna? Because they're on the Root network, like that chain, like nobody uses. There's no way he's gonna stay with that network. But yeah, he wants to do what's best for the people. It seems to be that the people, like, that's his first priority. which is good. That's what you want. You know, put your customers first, and he's very good at what he does. Hopefully, we have more conversations. And if that deal does go through, which I believe it will, we'll get him on the podcast. Yeah. Are you going for 2 hours? Well, I mean, I'm 5 minutes away from the 2-hour mark, so might as well. Beast mode. Got my pick with Amy Jo a few years ago at MegaCon. She's so short, but bro, I love her so much. We've talked a couple times on Twitter. If we ever do get Power Rangers, I'm gonna stock up on the pink Power Ranger because, you know, it's Amy Jo Johnson. Also, I have to go over this because there's a lot of like, what's that called? Like clickbaity stuff. All right, this guy named Dapper Detective, screw this guy, because he says a Roblox programmer arrested in New Orleans by Homeland Security. One already, this guy was not, like, he's making it sound like this guy was a Jamie Bourne. It makes him sound like he was working for Roblox. He happened to be a guy that made games on Roblox like anyone can. You're an independent developer. Anyone can go and make games on Roblox. That doesn't mean you work for Roblox. Now, he was arrested for very, very bad things like CP, child corn things. Like this guy should get unalived because of the shit that he like got caught for. He did not work for Roblox. He happened to be a user that did a program on Roblox, but he was not a employee of Roblox. So I just want to make that clear because that was making the rounds, and I know people are just going to click on like the headline and that's it. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry. That's something I can do. Panda, spicy, 41. Oh God, am I only on Saturday still? Beer Man, level 99. First person to use bronze tickets to jump to level 100. Oh my God. Good for you. Good for you, using those bronze tickets to get up to level 100. Good for you, Nick. What else we got here? Internet Hokage. What up, Randy? Power Rangers would slap. It would slap. It would go really hard. Love Amy Jo Johnson. Second on Pink Power Ranger, smart play. We all know, no matter which one we like, the Green Ranger or Lord Dracon will be the primo pieces. Yeah, Green Ranger would go hard. I mean, they're all good, but Green and Pink Rangers would go hard, and then maybe Red, Blue, Black, Yellow. But yeah, Green Ranger. Tommy's so cool, and Pink Ranger, like they're just. Green Ranger was like too OP though. Like he was so cool, but he like had us stressed, you know, like because every day, like back in the day, there was no binging. You had to just show up every day and watch it. And if you missed it, you missed it. You couldn't see it again. He gave the Power Rangers the business for an entire week. We were stressed, bro. Like, bro, how are we gonna get out of this, bro? How do we like, bro? Are they done for, bro? It was wild. It was insane. Had to be there. I mean, you were there. Others might not have been. Deadline got the number 321 Aang. He says it's a massive grail. Is it a massive grail or just a normal grail? It's a very good mint. Happy for him. I am happy for him. There was I forget what interview this is. It's on TikTok. I think Josh is interviewing Megan, you know, like iCarly, Miranda Cosgrove. And in December of 2023, I typed, she's too pure for this world. And I got a notification for it. Like, I still get notifications for that. Is insane. Still get notifications for it. Oh, crafting the match. Oh, yeah. Get the Megazord. Oh, God. Those things were epic. Those things were so much fun. And your White Ranger, same mint size. Green goes, yeah, green will definitely go for more. Because, well, they don't have matching daggers. Like, because the green one had the dagger, you know, but then the white one was more like it was like a white tiger thing, right? I don't remember. Hold on. White Ranger, was it a dagger? Oh, it was. Okay, so he had the, but it wasn't okay, White Ranger side piece. That's not going to be. I distinctly remember it was like a little yellow like tiger thing. Okay, White Ranger, White Tiger toy. No, what? No, like I'm okay. Okay. Oh, maybe it was the end of it. Maybe that was the end of the dagger. Because yeah, I do remember that one. Oh, it's the end of his dagger. Okay, all right. I was tripping. Gucci. Jim Cramer says relentless bearishness in all sectors. Are we going to run soon? Maybe we do. I don't know. Craft the matching swords. Oh, that'd be so dope. Yeah, Tommy was the best. I mean, they both come with their own daggers. Yes. Yeah, it was sad with the white tiger dagger. Yeah. Oh, that was so good. That was so, like, he talked too. Like, he was sentient. It was crazy. Crazy, bro. Crazy time. Oh, got my back. Oh, got my other back. Hey, look at that. Tied for fourth. Number 49. Me and Mr. Rolex tied for number 4. Standoff Charters also has number 49. He also has 49 of them, but yeah, listen, we're not. I mean, Rolex can get up to number 1 whenever he wants, but I don't think me and Standoff Chart are catching the rest of them. I'm just happy to be included in the race. I'm just happy to be included. Saba talks and the green one plays music. Yeah. Hell yeah. Shake that healthy butt. Baby got back. In March of 2015, I said I love science and I'm a strong believer that there are multiple universes. Most people who study theoretical physics will agree. That being said, what if the reason we fall in love with characters on television is because they're really our soulmate, but in another universe? Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, my friend. Former Bay. Mr. Rolex was actually number 10 on Roblox. Like, he had a lot of assets over there. Not on Roblox, on Candy. Had Roblox on the brain. Ugh. So VeVe Gold said he's spreading the word of VeVe Official on a Facebook group that has 152,000 members called Everything Superman in DC. And he says, love Superman on VeVe. He's done that a lot. Shout out to VeVe Gold. Craig says, everyone talking about how crypto Twitter is the worst it's ever been. To be honest, my timeline is the best it's looked in years. Why? I don't get caught up in the drama. I'm not a billboard. I've niched down to NFTs and collectibles for years. I'm here to build, not extract. Lesson in that. I said, agreed. I unfollowed all the people who consistently complained without offering solutions and brought zero value. I followed genuinely good people who were actively building and wanted the best for everyone, even competitors. It's easier to level up when you want everyone in the hobby to win. Preach, girl, preach. Okay. Ugh, my body hurts. How much has the Avatar drop made? It's got to be like 66,000, right? 67,000. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. We're almost done here. Iran will charge a tax of up to 2 million per tanker to cross the Strait of Hormuz per CNN. Trump's not going to like that. Week leaderboards. Oh, okay. 8.86 million points earned. Week 28 saw over 443 million OMI spent on the Stack World Marketplace. 1 million points. Please congratulate Draco as our week 28 champion. That's bananas. For the number 321 that Deadline got, he said, he asked Grok, says 321, that mint number, won't turn into an absolute unicorn like the absolute last mint, but it has multiple independent paths to appreciation. In a mature market, it could easily stabilize at 4 to 10x a generic high mint floor or more during the hype cycle, purely because the number itself is desirable. The premium tends to widen, not shrink, as the drop ages. Bottom line, the combination of decently low position plus recognizable sequence and existing hunter community plus ecosystem rewards gives the number 321 structural advantages that random mints simply don't have. It's already better positioned than 84% of the additions on serial numbers merit alone, and those advantages only compound over time. This is why certain mint numbers on VeVe become their own mini collectibles. I agree. It does. They have something that I want to do live, so I will let you know what that is as soon as I get back to where you was. How long do I have here? Am I gonna want to be live for the whole freaking thing? Oh, it's like 15 minutes away. I don't know. Shiri says Palantir AI plus Claude was used to detect, prioritize, and strike over 1,000 targets in the first 24 hours of operation against Iran. The success was so ridiculous, so game-changing that the Pentagon didn't even wait. What used to be just a pilot project, just something they were testing out, suddenly became official, permanent, and everywhere. Palantir is now the core AI brain of the entire US military. It's getting rolled out across all branches. Wild. Pentagon to adopt Palantir AI as core US military system per Reuters. That is bananas. All right, we're almost done here. With Grok, we keep the honest versions and kill the bad Transformers. I believe they're called Decepticons. Move, stand still, collectible. Okay. March 22nd, we burned 2.2 million OMI. New York Stock Exchange's complete industry-wide removal of crypto ETF option caps. Okay, so I'm done with the news. There is something that, are you going to be, oh, okay. We have one more thing to go over. I probably should wait till Wednesday to go over it because tomorrow, I have the OMI Homie show. Oh, my back. I need to hang on my freaking inversion table, but I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to stand up here. Stand up for what is right. Be brave. Get ready to find home. My hips. My other hips. We are burning out. Sorry, singing some MCR. Just got to dab my way into perfection over here. Oh, yeah. Stretching the hips. I have a small buy that I'm doing on VeVe in the next 15 minutes. And y'all are going to be part of it. Ask me anything while I stretch out the hips and say hello to my good dog, Dashi. Good doggo over there. We love Dashi. Okay. It'd be a lot easier if I had a drink in my hand, but I am just drinking the water for now. The water is everything I want or need. Okay. Let's just go on crypto Twitter and see what everyone's talking about. We'll go on my For You page. Bondin is level 100 in 24 days. Very good, Bondin. Very good. Let me give him that epic. All right, what else we got? Montreal actor. He just hit the number 11 of Secret Rare Aang and the number 88. Damn, good for him. He got a couple of good ones. He pulled the trigger 40 to 50 times. That is bananas. Death Bunny says one of the best decisions I've made from the previous bear market was selling a portion of my OMI and putting it into secret rare miles. If I were to sell the secret rare today, I would 30x the amount of OMI that I originally sold. The other good decision was buying historically special mint numbers. These held really well during the bear markets because there's always a demand for them. Just got to know what to look for when buying. Most trading cards don't hold value, and the same goes for comic books. Only a small percentage of them are highly sought after or are considered grails. According to ChatGPT, these are the percentages that go under retail after you buy them. VeVe is no different. In my opinion, grails will always hold more value. Percentages that go under retail. Comic books, 95 to 99%. Pokemon cards, it says 90 to 95%. I would say 99%. Because Pokemon cards, most of them are energy cards. Most of them go under retail. This is incorrect. It says 90 to 95%. It's probably 98, 99% plus. Magic the Gathering, 90 to 97%. With that said, I think that now is a great time to position myself for the future. VeVe has the licensing game on lock. Stacker is super easy to use and often has great deals. I'm expecting great things from CollectChain as well. Being part of the VeVe community is one of the best things that has happened to me. VeVe reignited the passion that I had for collecting as a kid, provided me a safe place to geek out about fandom, connecting me to amazing people that I would not have otherwise met. I also learned so much just by being part of our community. Learned how to edit pictures and videos, expanded my knowledge about pop culture, art, and history. Through all the ups and downs, we were there for one another, and I can proudly say that VeVe is part of my life now. I love you, VeVe fam. Damn, he's got Miles Morales secret rare, Peter Parker secret rare. Ooh, dope AF. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. Just easing the tension, Chubbs. Talked already about the AGI thing. I think I did. I'm sure it's in there in this 2-hour thing that I did. And in 6 minutes, I got something. 1 sec. In 6 minutes, I got to do something. I don't know what it is, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to get something pretty cool, I believe. Okay, all right. And more Aang still keep going. I'm going to lose my freaking number 4 spot here. I feel like I'm just not going to get... I feel like I'm not going to get... what do you call it? I'm not going to keep this top 5 for very long. But we shall see. Let's continue on. Booth says, I've been seeing a lot of really cool collectibles at AR VeVe content. Also, a lot of people sharing VeVe content outside the VeVe community. Hyping me up, man. And right before the delayed bull run, are these signs VeVe will get a little bit of exposure to mass adoption? Baby steps, baby steps. I hate when people say I'm a dreamer and give hopium. Let's get this VeVe hype started again. Take me back to 2021. Get back to where we once belonged. Good times will come again. I don't know when. That dude that I was talking about before, where he was talking about how his virtual plotline was worth 1.2 million, and then it's worth like nothing now. That one, he was just out of the game, and he just bet on the wrong horses. You bet on legit IP that stood the test of time, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And also get a lot more interior pound. Yep. Phoenix. Claritza is excited for the next drop on VeVe. So am I. VeVe Gold is spreading the word of VeVe Official on the frozen dedicated group of 29,000 members. I have a sub 100 Anna. I think I listed it for sale. Y'all should get it. I should probably take it off. VeVe Digital Collectible, Epcot, International Garden. Oh, that is very nice. Very nice photo. Which comic are we watching you get? Not counter sniping, just pumped to watch. So I'm at, I'll show you what I'm at. I'm at 266 Strange Tales 110s. First appearance of Doctor Strange. There's not really anything that I want to get at these prices. Oh, I'm going to check the X-Men #1 rare because I have 4 of those now. Wait a minute. Did it not go through before? Because I bought another one. Like, I had 3. So go to the analytics, it should show my... Yeah, like the most recent one I got. Oh, it says it was on the 13th. What, did that not go through? Because I did get those. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I did get it. But it doesn't look like it went through. Oh my God, that is so freaking gay. Recent act. Okay, it only has 75% progress, even though it's been 2 hours. Oh God, dismissed. Dismissed. Oh gosh, hang on. I'm gonna do something here. No, 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 no. Oh my God, I'm such a freaking idiot. What do you mean? Fudge. This is not. I don't know if I won that. There was an auction for Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh, I was outbid. Oh, these mother fudgers. It was number 100. I should have just bid 200 for it. Oh, it was $100 for the longest time. And I just put like 130 and somebody outbid me by like 30 cents. Can I increase the bid? Oh, it's still going. It's still going. Okay, now I'm outbid again. All right, I will play this game all day, motherfucker. Oh no, something went wrong. Why did it go wrong? Why did it go wrong? Was it still open? All right, increase bid. Increase bid. Why did it go wrong? Why is something going wrong? I don't want it to go wrong. I want to. No. Why, God? It's number 100. Why can't I increase my bid? No. The reason why I want to increase my bid on it is because the Avatar was missing for 100 years. This would go for $1,000 at some point. That's why I want to. Ah, man. I guess it's just done. I guess I just got hecked. Can I refresh it? It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Oh man, that is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Like again, that number 100 is probably going to go for $1,000 at some point because the Avatar was missing for exactly 100 years, and that was mint number 100. Oh, these mother flappers. Oh, that really grinds my gears. That sucks. Like when I first started bidding, it wouldn't let me hit the bid button because it wouldn't show up. So I turned it to the side and then it's like, oh man. I think the lower mint Lambos would be good. Yeah, Lambos are just such a flex. The 100 would be dope. Went over my head at first. Yeah, Avatar's missing for 100 years, and I that sucks. That really sucks. Oh well, I missed it. It's my fault. It's my fault. So I just bought my 50th Avatar, Aang. Maybe it's from Standoff Chart, so he's definitely got like 48 now. I have it, so he's no longer tied with Rolex. So he was tied with Rolex for 49. Now I have 50, putting myself ahead of Rolex, and Standoff Chart has at least 48. He might even have 47 now. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm done buying Aangs for probably a long time now. I hate when that happens. I don't know why VeVe doesn't just do a bidding system where after the last bid, a minute timer goes down, would eliminate sniping, encourage true fair value. Agreed. Agreed. The bidding was in gems, but you could just do OMI to gem if you needed gems. Yeah. All right, guys, that was it. I wanted you to see me get number 100, but it didn't happen. Anyway, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. These are my dope streams. I love you all. Everyone say bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Sorry, girl, but you missed out. Well, tough luck, that boy's mine now. We are more than just good friends. This is how the story ends. Too bad that you couldn't see the man that boy could be. There is more than meets the eye. I see the soul there is in